objective of this presentation is to make viewers cognizant of the areas that will be tested in paper 1 of the CSEC examination by focusing specifically on the May-June 2024 past paper.
Items 26 to 33. Instructions. Read the following poem carefully and then answer items 26 to 33 on the basis of what is stated or implied. To a daughter leaving home. When I taught you at 8 to ride a bicycle, loping along beside you as you wobbled away on 2 round wheels, my own mouth rounding in surprise when you pulled ahead down the curved path of the park. I kept waiting for the thud of your crash as I sprinted to catch up while you grew smaller, more mobile, with distance, pumping for your life, screaming with laughter, the hair flapping behind you like a handkerchief waving goodbye.
Question 26. The speaker in the poem is most likely A parent, B, a grandfather, C, an older sibling, or D, a riding instructor. Question 27. Why does the speaker compare the daughter's leaving home to her learning to ride a bicycle? 1. The daughter needs support in both activities. 2. The person remembers the child's courage and enjoyment. 3. The person thinks learning to ride a bicycle is hard, as is life. Is it A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3 only, C, 2 and 3 only, or D, 1, 2, and 3? Question 28. The speaker's mouth is round in surprise, lines 7 and 8, because A, the girl wobbles but does not fall. B, the girl is confident that the speaker can keep up with her. C, novice rider is able to easily ride around a bend. D, the daughter pulls away from the person's protective hold and rides ahead. Question 29. What device is used in lines 12 and 13? For the thud of your crash as I sprint to catch up. Is it A, onomatopoeia, B, repetition, C, metaphor, or D, simile? Question 30. The words breakable with distance, lines 15 and 16, indicate the speaker's A, concern that he or she is not keeping up with the child, B, fear that the daughter will fall prey to a variety of dangers, C, worry that the child is fragile and cannot cope with the bicycle, D, anxiety that the girl cannot be protected when she is far away from home. Question 31. Pumping for your life, lines 17 and 18, indicates that the girl's well-being is compromised, B, the person fears that the girl will fall, C, the girl is willing to exert herself to succeed, D, the person thinks that the girl is too young to be on her own. Question 32. What literary device is used in the last 4 lines of the poem? Is it A, simile, B, metaphor, C, repetition, or D, onomatopoeia? Question 33. The word goodbye stands alone in the last line of the poem to A, indicate the end of one phase of life, B, point to the girl's happiness at leaving home, C, represents the speaker's understanding that he or she has to let go, D, symbolize the end of the relationship between the person and the child. Are you able to answer these questions? Let's see. Answers to the questions are as follows. 26A, the parent. The speaker in the poem is most likely a parent. 27, the answer is D, 1, 2, and 3. 28, the answer is C, novice rider, able to easily ride around a bend. 29A, onomatopoeia. 30, D. 31C, 32A, and 33C. Items 34 to 41, the instruction reads, read the following extract carefully and then answer items 34 to 41 on the basis of what is stated or implied. She had always been a small woman, short, light boned, delicately structured. But now, under the white hospital sheet, she was becoming tiny. I thought of a doll with huge, fierce eyes. There had always been a fierceness in her. It showed in that angry, challenging thrust of the chin when she issued an opinion, and a great one she had always been for issuing opinions. I tell people exactly what's on my mind. She had been fond of boasting. I tell them what I think, whether they like it or not. Often they had not liked it. She could be sarcastic to people in whom she detected evidence of the ignoramus or the fool. It's not always a good policy to tell people exactly what's on your mind, I used to caution her. If they don't like it, that's too bad, was her customary reply, because that's the way I am. And so she was. And so she was, a formidable woman, determined to speak her mind, determined to bend those who oppose her. In that time when I had known her best, my mother had hurled herself at life with the chin thrust forward, eyes blazing, and an energy that made her seem almost on the run. She ran after the squalling chickens, a knife in her hand, determined on the beheading that would put dinner in the pot. She ran when she made the beds, ran when she set the table. One Thanksgiving, she burnt herself badly when, running up from the cellar oven with the ceremonial turkey, she tripped on the stairs and fumbled back down, ending on the bottom in the debris of giblets, hot gravy, and battered turkey. Life was combat, and victory was not for the lazy, the timid, the slug-labbed, the drugstore cowboy, the mushmouth, afraid to tell people exactly what was on their mind. Whether people like it or not, she ran. But now her running was over. Question 34 reads, the woman's thrust of the chin, line 3, is done in A, fear, B, hatred, C, defiance, D, contemplation. Question 35. The son cautioned his mother about telling people exactly what she thought because he, A, was affronted by her arrogance, B, thought others would be offended, C, found her behavior aggressive, D, was upset that she would not change. Question 36. Why does the writer choose the expression a formidable woman, line 11, to describe the mother? A. He is intimidated by her. B. Her words often provoke anger. C. The difference in her style shows the consistency of her character. D. He emphasizes her strength, which he finds admirable. Question 37. What does in that time when I had known her best, line 12, say about the mother-son relationship? A. They had grown apart. B. They admired each other. C. They had always had a close relationship. D. The son had forgotten things about his mother. Question 38. What literary device is used in lines 12 to 13? My mother had hurled herself at life. Is it A, irony, B, imagery, C, repetition, or D, onomatopoeia? Question 39. The behaviors the mother finds contemptible include 1. Timidity, 2. Laziness. 3. Cowardice. A. 1 and 2. B. 1 and 3. C. 2 and 3. D. 1, 2, and 3. Question 40. The incident at Thanksgiving shows the mother's attitude to be one of A. Hastiness, B. Aggression, C. Impotence, D. Determination. Question 41. The final sentence of the extract implies that the mother has A. Become lazy and sleepy, B. Lost her physical strength, C. Hurt her leg in the hospital, D. Died leaving the son to reminisce. Are you able to answer these questions? Let's see. The answers to the given items are as follows: 31C, 35B, 36D, 37D, 38D, 39D, 40D, and 41D. When you see there's a pattern, don't worry. Once your answer is correct, that's okay. So we had a lot of D's for this section, but that's okay. Items 42 to 46. The instruction reads, read the following extract carefully and then answer items 42 to 46 on the basis of what is stated or implied. If you are a man, at some point a woman will ask you how she looks. You must be careful how you answer the question. The best technique is to form an honest yet sensitive opinion, then collapse on the floor with some kind of fetal seizure. Trust me, this is the easiest way out because you will never come up with the right answer. The problem is that women generally do not think of their looks in the same way that men do. Most men form an opinion of how they look by age 15 and they stick to it for the rest of their lives. Some men form an opinion that they are irresistible and that they do not change, and they do not change this opinion even when their faces sag and their noses bloat to the size of eggplants. Most men, I believe, think of themselves as average looking. Men will think this even if their faces cause heart failures in cattle at a range of 300 meters. Being average does not bother them. Average is fine for men. Their primary form of beauty care is to shave themselves, which is essentially the same form of beauty care that they give to their lawns. If at the end of their 4-minute daily beauty regimen, a man has managed to wipe most of the shaving cream out of his hair and is not bleeding too badly, he feels he has done all he can. So he stops thinking about his appearance and devotes his mind to more critical issues such as the World Cup. Women do not look at themselves this way. If I had to express in 3 words what I believe women would think about their appearance, those words would be not good enough. No matter how attractive a woman may appear to be to others, when she looks at herself in the mirror, she thinks, oof. She thinks that any moment a municipal officer is going to throw a net over her and haul her off to the shelter. Why do women have such low self-esteem? There are many complex psychological and societal reasons. Women grow up thinking that they need to look like a Barbie, which for most women is impossible. Although there is a multi-million-dollar business devoted to convincing women that they must try. Getting back to my original point, if you are a man and a woman asks you how she looks, you are in big trouble. Obviously, you can't say she looks bad, but you also can't say she looks great because she will think you are lying. Furthermore, she suspects that you are not qualified to judge anybody's appearance. This is because you have shaving cream in your hair. Question 42 to 46 reads, question 42, the main idea of the extract is that A, women and men have different ideas of beauty and what is acceptable. B, women have low self-esteem because of society's beauty ideals. C, women must not try to trap men with their questions. D, men do not understand women. Question 43, according to the author, women's self-esteem is eroded by 1. The cosmetics and fashion industries, 2. Their own unquestioning acceptance of society's norm, 3. Dolls whose proportions do not match the average woman's. Is it A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3 only, C, 2 and 3 only, D, 1, 2 and 3? Question 42. The writer believes that most men are free from self-esteem problem women face because men A, think they are irresistible anyway, B, prefer their natural look to rigorous beauty regimens, C, are perfectly fine with being average looking, and D, believe that it is the woman's job to look good, not theirs. Question 45. According to the extract, why is a man's beauty regimen so comparatively simple? A, it is very low on his list of priorities. B, most men look good anyway. They do not need a beauty regimen. C, men are honest and sensitive and not as concerned with appearance. D, men are less complex creatures than women, and their habits reflect this. 46. The language of the extract is informal with personal interjections because the author A, wants to make fun of the situation, B, wants to create rapport with his audience, C, is expressing his opinion, not studied facts, D, wishes to share simple truths about the sexes. Are you able to answer these questions? Let's see. The answers to items 42 to 46 are as follows: 42A, 43C, 44C, 45A, and 46B. Let's proceed to look at items 47 to 54, and the instruction reads, read the following extract carefully and then answer items 47 to 54 on the basis of what is stated or implied. And it reads, this is an open request to try to find who is the brain behind traffic management in Paolo. Does anyone know? I have tried traffic branch, not them. Highways, not them. Planning and development, not them. In fact, nobody wants to take responsibility for certain decisions and the mess that results. For example, Mission Road was made one way north to south. Great idea. It worked. No traffic jams. In fact, many people were charged for going the wrong way up a one-way street. Then suddenly it's back to two-way and traffic far so. Same is true for Stroke Street. Somebody changed the stop signs at the corner for a few weeks, then they change it back. Nobody knows why. But the best is Celestial Road in St. John, which is Recca Evan. No, somebody made this road, which apart from Broadway, is the widest street in Parlo. And no parking street either side. Anytime, and the Recca is profiting from this. There are four major office buildings on this road, all of which provide underground parking for staff. So some, usually the lower paid, have to pay elsewhere. And these are the person whose cars the wrecker is taking away all day, every day. Again, the small man suffers. Oh, there is an exception. If you have a Canadian High Commission sticker, you can park, and the record will not touch your diplomatic car. Maybe we should all become diplomats. Then again, the two narrowest streets in Palo allow parking. Try Delano Street off Abbey Lane. You can hardly pass. Who is the brain behind this mess? It seems the more cars we put on the road, the less parking somebody wants to allow. Who is this brain? No doubt a small man with a big, big car who has no name. Question 47. The writer used the word brain, line 1, is meant to A. Compliment an individual, B. Create a comparison of streets. C. Make fun of the poor decisions. D. Exaggerate the traffic problems. 48. When the writer repeats not them in paragraph 1, he implies that A. is choosing someone to complain to. B. No one wants to accept responsibility for the traffic situation. C. No one knows who is in charge of the traffic management. D. Is searching diligently for the person in charge of traffic. Question 49. Stroke Street, line 7, Celestial Road, line 9, and Delano Street, line 17, can best be considered as A. Prohibited street for all drivers. B. Streets that attract a lot of attention. C. Examples to support the writer's case. D. Assign parking places for diplomats. Question 50. The writer's tone can be described as A. Puzzled, B. Resigned, C. Sarcastic, D. Complimentary. Question 51. The last sentence of the letter is similar to paragraph 5 because both of them, A. mention cars, B. express disgust, C. are complimentary, D. contain rhetorical questions. Question 52. The author of the extract is most likely A. motorist, B. a pedestrian, C. traffic warden, D. government official. Question 53. Again, the small man suffers, line 14, implies that the small man is often A. ignored, B. disadvantaged, C. the one who is wrong, D. discriminated against. Question 54. The letter was most likely published in A. newspaper, B. press release, C. tourist brochure, or D. school magazine. Are you able to answer these questions? Let's see. The answers to the given questions are as follows: 47C, 48B, 49B, 50C, 51B, 52A, 53D, 55A. Let's turn our attention to items 55 to 60, and the instruction reads, read the following advertisement carefully and then answer items 55 to 60 on the basis of what is stated or implied. Energy efficiency tips. 1. Keep fixtures and bulbs clean. Dirt can absorb as much as 50% of light. 2. Turn off the lights when leaving a room, even if it is only for a few minutes. It's just a myth that it takes more energy to turn a light on to leave it on than to leave it on. 3. Use motion sensors for outdoor lights. They are a good security measure and don't waste energy. 4. Use lower wattage bulbs. Your lights may be brighter than you need. 5. Purchase lamps with dimmer switches as you can lower the settings when less light is required. 6. Place floor or table lamps in a corner. It allows light to reflect from the walls, making the room brighter without turning on more lights. 7. Use fluorescent lights instead of incandescent light. Compact fluorescent light use up to 75% less energy than incandescent light for the same amount of light and lasts up to 10 times longer. Question 55. The main purpose of the advertisement is to A. Sell light bulbs. B. Encourage better energy use. C. Promote lighting in the home. D. To highlight energy use in the home. Question 56. Which of the following is the best meaning of the word absorb as used in the tip 1 of the advertisement? Is it A. Use up. B. Soak up. C. Take in. Or D. Swallow up? Question 57. Which of the following practices is recommended? Is it A. Turning off all lights for a minute? B. Turning off the lights for short periods? C. Keeping the lights on when leaving a room? Or D. Turning off the light when leaving a room? Question 58. The advertisement emphasizes that motion sensors are important because they A. Are efficient and provide security. B. Are cheaper and brighter. C. Do not waste energy. D. Use energy indoors. Question 59. Which of the following statement is not made in the advertisement? A. Low wattage bulbs use less energy. Not all lights bulbs are energy efficient. C. Compact fluorescent lights are energy efficient. D. Lamp placed on the floor are better for energy efficiency. Question 60. The information in the advertisement would be most useful to A. Electricians. B. Householders. C. The light company. Or D. Building contractors. Are you able to answer these questions? Let's see. The answers to the given questions are as follows. Question 55, B. Question 56, A. Question 57, D. Question 58, A. Question 59, B. And question 60, B. Come to the end of our presentation. I trust that you have found this presentation beneficial. If you have, remember to like, share, tell a friend, and most definitely subscribe. Also, be cognizant of the fact that the comprehension passages consist of the bulk of the examination for paper 1. Therefore, it is important that you read carefully the given comprehension passages, read carefully also the given question, noting the key terms in the given questions so that you can avoid misinterpretation. I trust that this presentation was beneficial again. If it has, remember to like, share, tell a friend, and most definitely subscribe.